Hello and welcome to Section D, the hour we devote to the world of design each week here on Monocle 24. I'm your host, Tom Morris. Today, we're going to be visiting the subtropical Portuguese island of Madeira to meet one very inspired interior designer.
People believe I do things with soul, because when you go to a place, it's not really what you see, it's what you feel. And that's what people call minimalism. It's a minimalism with soul.
Today, we meet Portugal's biggest interior designer in Madeira, and we see what headlines will be making the news in the world of fashion over the course of the rest of this year. This is Monocle 24, and you're listening to Section D. Pebbles, sea and sun. This is how interior designer Nini Andrade Silva describes both her work and her hometown on the island of Madeira. The Portuguese designer is best known for her minimalist approach, ensuring that each space fits perfectly, both aesthetically and with the people who use it. Monocle's Carlotta Rebello met with Nini in Madeira in one of her most awarded hotels, The Vine. They started by chatting about how pebbles and cobblestones are an intrinsic part of her style as a designer.
The Vine for me is very special. First, because it was the whole story about Madeira. If you come to The Vine, you will find a little Madeira inside this hotel. I think that's why we receive so many awards around the world. Even today, we're still the best design hotel in the world. It's quite nice to have that, at least the award. And the thing it is, the pebbles is because you call a different name. You say,
pebbles, cobblestones. You can call it various different names.
Yes, I always call pebbles because I'm the girl of the pebbles. And that's when I was many years ago in Madeira, we had the little boys who used to go on the beach, and the big boats come to South Africa and they all stop in Madeira, and they used to go with the parents to sell things on the boats and to bake for some things. And we used to call these boys the boys of the pebbles. That's in Portuguese is garotos do calhau. That's why, and since I was a kid, I always say to my mother, I want to help these people. I want to do something for them. That's why I have a foundation called The Girl of the Pebble. And everything in my life goes around the pebbles. I have the paintings, furniture, even the interior design of this hotel is everything around the pebbles. And now I'm opening my museum here in Madeira, in the Arbo, in a little island you have on the Arbo of Funchal. And it will be the name of The Girl of the Pebbles. And it's where everything starts.
In terms of your, let's say, artistic expression and your style as a designer, is Madeira very present in your style?
No, it's like this. Madeira is just present in my life because it's Madeira giving me my energy, and that's the place where I belong. I have a style, but it depends where I am. I do the thing of that place. Like if I'm in Colombia, like I did an hotel in Colombia, was everything with the gold and the emeralds. If it was in another country, now we're doing one in Timor-Leste, and it's the sandal. The sandal is the wood they have in the Timor-Leste. We always do the things in agreement to the place where you are. But this style, like a soul, it's always from Madeira for sure.
You go to a lot of TED Talks and TED conferences, and in one of them that I was watching, someone described your style as minimalism, from your name Nini. What is minimalism?
Yeah, the people say I'm not minimalist, I'm ninimalist. People believe I do things with soul. And I believe it's quite true. Because when you go to a place, it's not really what you see, it's what you feel. And if you feel something, when I do something, you have to feel when you see. And that's what people call minimalism. It's a minimalism with soul.
How would you describe it? What is it?
You know, it's not, like I said, it's not what you see. It's really what you feel. You have to feel wow when you go to a place I did. And if you don't feel wow, means I didn't do right. It's not minimalist. But normally people will always do wow. It's funny. I did an hotel in Lisbon called Fontana Park. That hotel have 10 years. And even today I see people taking pictures. It's quite nice when I arrive to a place and I see people after 10 years still take pictures, like if it is new. And I think that is really what is important. It's a thing to stay forever.
We've been talking a lot about hotels and your projects in hotels, but you not only do that, you also do private projects and even office spaces. Can you tell me a bit about your most recent ones or the ones you would like to highlight?
Yeah, it's like this. Private houses, we do very, very nice ones around the world, but normally we're not allowed to talk about the clients because it's private. But we do furniture, and many other things. And the furniture is very important for me because I have a collection called The Girl of the Pebbles, and we did exhibitions, many in the Maison Objet in Italy, in Abu Dhabi, and around the world, in China, Shanghai. And now the people in China, they really want me to design more pieces of that collection for them, and it's quite nice. And I did one nice thing. It was with the chair I did with Cristiano Ronaldo for the art of chairs, and it was, you have to have a international person, well known, a celebrity, and a designer who can be together and make something. And what I did, it was a chair for Cristiano. It was like a wave, because it was very nice. Cristiano belongs to the same island like me, from Madeira, and I knew his story, and I know he came from a big wave, would take him to the world. And I make like a chaise longue in a way of a wave, a gold wave, and it's like Cristiano growing and be the star is in our days. And it's quite funny because this chair goes around the world in exhibitions. And now in China, we had an exhibition, and we had to put policemen around the chair because everybody wants to sit on the chair. It was quite nice. Yeah, and this chair will be in Madeira in the museum at the Arbor too.
Talking about Cristiano Ronaldo, that makes me think about your most recent partnership. You've now paired up and opened offices all around the world, you were telling me before. So how did you evolve from being a single designer to the stage you are today?
After we start to receive awards and receiving lots of things around the world, we start to have more international work and getting bigger and bigger. And I thought it's quite difficult to be alone because you have to know people who know about the law, about how to deal with the other countries and all of that. And I was doing this hotel in Cabo Verde with Miguel Saraiva, the architect who is my partner now. And we said one day we have to be together and work. And when these things start to grow, I found Miguel and I said, Miguel, what do you think about we talk together? And he said, yes, let's talk. And then we talk together and we get together. Now I belong to Saraiva and Associados. And we have 9 ateliers around the world. It's quite nice.
Which locations?
Okay, we have in Brazil, Venezuela, Colombia, Kazakhstan, Algeria, Lisbon, Funchal, Beijing, Shanghai, Singapore, and we're going to open 2 more, but it's still secret.
So 2015 is going to be an interesting year for you?
Yes, all the years is interesting for me if I'm alive. I said I will only stop when I die.
That was Monocle's Carlota Rebelo speaking to Portuguese interior designer Nini Andrade Silva in Madeira.